Alright, if you're not familiar with the Portal 2 controversy, get familiar with it. Linking that shit down there in the description box, and you can just Google search it. You probably come up with something. Let me get on to what I have to say about all this. Alright, so I've written this down like a professional because I want to get the point clear here. Anyway, people can point out plenty of things about this controversy in Portal 2, but usually they're about how stupid it is to get upset over a fictional story about virtual people in a video game. I would like to address a point that seems to have been overlooked regarding this story. So, was it wrong for Valve to include these insults in an E+ game? Maybe. Even though they were helpful to understanding the characters, though? Well, maybe. Even though they didn't have to say exactly those things to help you understand the characters. Well, quite frankly, I don't care about that stuff, because I'm here to talk about something that I feel is, a little bit more important than just bickering about, well, maybe that did or didn't hurt someone's feelings. Alright, so what you see, the whole controversy is actually about whether or not you should be allowed to say things that upset people. This is more simply classified as being offensive, or more vaguely classified as not being politically correct or culturally sensitive, things like that. But however you bill it, it's about somebody or something sending a message that could make somebody upset. Not necessarily does make somebody upset, but it could make somebody upset. Now, I could talk about how banning the freedom of saying potentially offensive things in popular media is more dangerous than actually just hurting somebody's feelings, but I think there's yet another step to go beyond that, something more important than even that. Alright, consider the girl in this story, that little girl. Understand what her father is teaching her here. He's demonstrating that in life, when somebody says something that hurts your feelings, you not only have the right, but the responsibility to get upset by it and try to prevent them from ever being able to say that to anybody else like you, ever again. But wait, that's not even what I'm trying to get at. That is an important point, more important than bickering over whether or not this is okay or whatever, but I think there's something that you can even go beyond that. Alright, what this really boils down to, at its absolute core, is that they're teaching this girl that when somebody says something offensive, you will be upset by it. Okay, the message is that offensive material will make you upset. Like, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will also break your bones. I think the right thing to do would be to teach her that when somebody says something offensive, you don't have to get upset. Okay, you can realize that it's just somebody saying something. It's just somebody saying something. And you don't have to take what they say with a grain of salt. In fact, the only way what they say has any actual power is when you're too weak or too stupid and actually succumb to what they're saying. Moreover, this isn't even reality. We're talking about a video game. This is a fictional insult occurring between fictional characters. Okay, but even if this was reality, okay, I need to readdress my point here. Her father is demonstrating the immature reaction to offensive things, okay? The childish reaction, which is to cry like a little bitch and whine and complain until you get your way. In my opinion, the mature or actual intelligent thing to do would be to realize that you have the power and the intelligence, the mental capacity to shrug off any amount of stupid shit that somebody says to you. But modern society is breeding this weak-ass generation that is going to bawl their pathetic, brain-dead fucking eyes out every time they come across anything remotely offensive, and it's fucking despicable.